Yeah, based on popular demand, I'm going to show you how to start an Airbnb step by step. Let's just zoom into it. Step one, you need an apartment. You need to talk to landlords. This is how you're going to go about it. Call them. You have to go to Open Rent, wherever you can get direct access to landlord. I wouldn't advise you to go to estate agents because they normally wouldn't agree to it. Speak to direct landlords. Let them know you're going to pay more. So if they are charging £600 for their flat, you offer to pay 700, and let them understand, because you don't want them to find out later that you're using their property for Airbnb. Trust me, they will find out, because some guests will really give you trouble. When you've offered them more money and they still feel like too many people are going to use their properties, make them understand that this property is going to be maintained, checked, and cleaned on weekly or daily basis, because sometimes you actually go to properties on daily basis because guests will leave overnight, and that is how it's done. Give them that assurance. Let them understand you're going to clean it and you're going to stage it. Show them pictures of staged properties, properties that have been correctly and nicely staged, and it will give them the aesthetics to understand how neat the place is going to be. Step two, you need to start up. You need the actual staging. When you've got your first property, you need to get beddings, you need to get equipment, you need to get everything that makes it, a place to live. Make it warm, and if you want a cozy settings, that is fine, but most of the time, make it very comfortable. I would advise that you get white beddings. In our previous video, I made you understand that if you have white beddings, it's easy, because when there is any stain, you bleach it and it's back to white. If you've got any flower, bed sheet and stuff, you cannot put bleach on it when it's stained, because it is actually going to fade off the main color. So white is all you need. You can look around. When you go to hotels, they literally give you white towels on the floor as mat for you to step on, because they can bleach it and wash it. So white towels, white beddings, everything white. That is easy. It also brings the beauty of the room. Thirdly, you need to list it. Just get on Airbnb. Even before you start, you can play with it. Go as a host. When you go to Airbnb, you can actually switch between being a guest and a host. So switch to a host. Try to stage it. It will ask you for the property address, where it is, how many rooms, what are you offering, whether it's rice cooker, refrigerator, whatever is there, fan, double bed, single bed. You have to list all of these things, microwave. Let Airbnb understand what you have there. Set up your policies. When do you want your refunds? You can say that if the person does not prompt you 24 hours before and they cancel, they're not going to get a refund. You can always say they can cancel anytime. All of those things play. There are a whole ton of settings that you can use on Airbnb to make sure you're maximizing and optimizing your space for money. So set the place up, and Airbnb does the rest of the work. Then thirdly, get a professional photographer. If you don't have a professional photographer, look for Nair Media, Nairne. It's in Leicester, if in the Midlands. Just get a professional photographer to get good shots, because people have not been to your place. All they see is what you're putting out there on Airbnb. And the algorithms also really push photography that really looks good, that people really spend time to look. They want to push it out there so that people will book and also get their fees. So get professional photography and let it get it done for you. Now you're going to put all of these pictures and all of these specifications about how your property looks like, the address and everything on Airbnb, and you're good to go. Now you have to understand communication. People are going to come to you. They were just trying to be checking, whether the property is available. Of course, it's a very great time to show some etiquette. Show some warm reception to get these people to book your property. You won't do too much of work, because people who are coming actually want places to book. Sometimes they're literally begging you to book your property if it is available. So don't worry about that too much. You're always going to get people, but you should be very warm and very receptive. When you've gotten people, that's where the trouble starts. And I'll say the trouble starts because now you don't know these guys. You've even read reviews on them that may not really depict who they are. And that means they are coming in with all their characters. Some are actually going to do parties in your room. If you are able to get a door cam in front, and the customers know, or the guests know that you have a door cam, yes, they know that their privacy is not really infringed upon. So whoever they're going to bring to the property, you see them. So the moment you see that many people are walking in, then of course there's an alert that they're going to do parties. Then you prompt them that you're going to call the police on them. Be very strict. because you would have already put in your description that no parties in your place. So it's an infringement of your initial agreement with them. So when people come in, they may call you in the night. Some literally call you in the middle of the night to ask for TV remote. So it's very important for you to list everything you have in your property and where you place them, so that when you put them down and they get in, they know where to go forward, where every password is, everything, the key safe, everything should be very directly. Should be shown, or should be placed at a place and indicated in the list you've given them. So that is also one point to know, so that people don't wake you up in the middle of the night. Then it comes to the actual thing, cleaning. When these people have left, then you really have to clean fast, because if somebody left at 11 a.m. and another person is coming at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., you have 4 hours most, to get this room turned over. So you need a solid cleaning business, a team. Don't go for an individual cleaner who can just tell you, today I don't feel like it, or I'm sick, I'm traveling, and you are stuck. Do it with a cleaning business that has a team. So you don't care. They have to just send in people to come and clean for you. So that's very important. Never get disappointed, because all you're doing is to get a clean room to give to the next person. So if your rooms are not cleaned and the next guest comes in, you are doomed. They're just going to report to Airbnb. Your rating is going to go down. You may never be shown to many people until after a long time. So make sure you have a good cleaning team and you pay them well. And one thing that you need to do is always have to take before pictures for you and after. When they're giving you before pictures, it gives you an idea what that previous guest did in the room, and if there's anything broken, you can send to Airbnb for refund, because Airbnb has a cover to cover you. And also for the cleaning team, you also have an idea what they are cleaning. So if they come up with a bigger charge, you know that, they did so much work. And you can even further charge the guests who left, because they really messed up the place and you are charging them more cleaning. It's allowed. Airbnb will take the money for you. After cleaning, make sure you inspect what your cleaners have done and the room is top notch. It's brought towards shine. Make sure there are no hairs under any pillow. There are nothing. Some guests will really come around and lift the chairs, your sofa, to find dirt and report to Airbnb and get in. And they will normally do that after they've slept in your room and be like, oh, it's so dirty, and they get refund. So people really know that they can get your property, sleep there, use the property, and still request a refund because it wasn't in a good state. So when your guests get in, let them understand that is a room needs to your satisfaction. If it's not, they could leave. You're not going to get a refund. But if it is, then they stay. They cannot complain. You get this on record. And our advice that never speak to them on phone. If there is anything important on phone that you want documented, get to the chats, the Airbnb chat that they've given you, and chat on that platform so that you can send the evidence. And the staff at Airbnb can also read in case of anything. That is how you have to go by. In terms of payment, you don't worry. Airbnb will pay you on weekly basis. Of course, they will take their fees from you. They take fees from the guests as well. And that is normally not a problem. In terms of occupancy, most of the time you may not get 100% occupancy, but most of the time you get a good percentage that will really make your business make sense. All you're looking for is to be able to pay for your electricity bill, your gas bill, your water bill, pay for the rent, and still make some money. When this is not leveling up, then you know you are in a bad month. However, if you are patient enough to stay through, there are many months that you get so much money and to cover up. So I would advise that you look at your income on the basis of the peak seasons and the non-peak seasons and strike a very good balance and know how much you're earning. If you have any question, just pop it. I'll come back to discuss more about Airbnb. But this is just a general overview, step to step on how to go about it. And see you in the next video. Cheers.